Today's card is going to be a magic picture card, and I've got my pieces cut out now. The file will be linked below. I've tried to design it so it's as easy to put together as humanly possible. So I have two pieces here, and as you can see, I've marked the window with just a few pencil marks, and I simply did that by putting the window over the top and marking it up. Now these lines here, which I have gone over in pen, are actually just embossed into the card with my silver bullet. I've marked them simply so you can see that they're there. And the first thing I'm going to have to do is to put an image on here to colour in. And so I have a floral stamp, and I'm just going to use some tuxedo black to stamp up my image onto my base. I think I've got enough ink on there, and it's just the right size for this particular hole by the looks of things. So there we go, stamped. Now, as it happens, I don't think I have any ink which will stamp onto acetate, so I am going to have to freehand a copy of this on the top, just trace it. So the next thing to do would be to colour this in. So there we go, a very basic colouring job, and I'm just going to erase the pencil marks that I used for my guide. And because I don't want to smudge anything, it might be still wet, just use a brush to dust off the bits of the eraser. So the next thing that I need to do is to put my piece of acetate over the top of that, and to keep it in place I'm just going to use a little bit of sticky tape on the top. Now, because I don't have ink that will stay onto acetate, I'm just going to use a CD marker. So I've done my tracing, so that's what the final image looks like. And there are the two separate images. Actually, that's not bad, all things considered. And so that needs to be lined up with that one, which, because I've got the card and the acetate cut to exactly the same size, isn't a problem. They are going to line up quite happily. And then what I would need to do is to put my tag piece in between the two, and then voila, you see, you get that. Now, the reason I have these marks on here is so that you can either put double-sided sticky tape along inside, or outside of that line I should say, inside the outside edge, or if you want to, you can even use staples to do it. I'm going to use some double-sided sticky tape, and the reason for these cross pieces on the top is because you need to have those bits blocked off to make sure that the whole tag cannot be pulled out. There we are. Now, the other thing that you can do if you want to, and I certainly do, is you can take a staple and you can use that to seal along there to make sure that nothing can come out. So the good thing is, your frame, if you want to, you can make this a fancy shape around the outside. You don't have to stick to a rectangle. You can use different shapes, apertures, so you can use hearts and hexagons and oblongs and whatever you want in the middle, as long as your pattern fits it. And then you can simply stick that on to the front, but it doesn't affect the mechanism, which is great. So out comes the double-sided tape again, and what I'm going to do is be relatively cautious and just stick one edge first of all, and then when I've stuck one edge down, I will remove the tape from the rest, because I know what happened, otherwise I'll end up with it stuck down. It'll be in the wrong place and it'll be murderous to get it back off. There we go. So that's your element finished, and you can just attach it to the front of a card. Now I've got a little difficulty with this one because it's not very stiff and it's inclined to wobble a bit more than I would like. So I would suggest that you use a stiffer card than this one. This one's very thin and quite bendable. Okay, so here is the finished card, and if I pull the tab, you have the colour, and if you push the tab back in, it goes to the plain one again. So there we go, card done, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And just in case you think nothing goes wrong for us people who do videos, I can assure you it does. This video took about 4 different attempts. And then I got the card done, and I thought to myself, okay, I'll go through my stash of bits and pieces of card now and do a bit of a clear out and put some stuff in the bin. And the card was on the desk when I did that. You know what's coming, don't you? When I came back to finish off the video, I had to hunt through the bin to find it. Yeah, one of those days. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it and that you give it a try. But I said, do use a stiffer card because it's better with a stiffer card than a thinner one. Thanks for watching. Take care now. Bye bye.